Taurus, look, this is going to be your visual proofread, honey. I'm showing you what your part 1 looked like. Maybe I'll do your part 2 directly after this. Maybe I'll move on to another sign and come back to you for your part 2. But damn, Taurus. Anyway, you open with the Queen of Swords. This is cardinal air energy, which is the energy of Libra. So there's some truth and balance to a situation that you're trying to understand or seek or tell or prove, right? You're ready for open conversation. You're ready to clear things up. You don't want to feel like you're caught in your feelings or in your head or in your thoughts, or your thoughts are suppressing your ability to act, right? Or to feel like you can mutate past this mentally. You've got to change your idea about yourself and who you thought you were and who you think you are and what you think you know and who you know, are going to be in the future. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, Taurus. I did not want to hear the song. And it's on. But the last time, the last retrograde, okay, one minute and 11 seconds. The last retrograde we had in Pisces, this song would come on and I would just cry a boo-a-hooing. But now I'm not, honey, because I'm fierce. And I don't need to be crying over nobody that ain't crying over me. Anyway, Taurus. So these are your energies, right? You're challenged by your thoughts, your mental process. It's Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, right? In Gemini, which is actually the sign that it sort of is debilitated in. Right, so look at this. You're unable to expand because what you think about yourself, right? What you think is your weakness, right? That's stopping you is really doing that. It's like it is what you make it, you know? It's kind of like the Magician card is kind of like, you know, that's Mercury. And this is a mercurial card here, right? The 8s all have a connection to Mercury. And I believe it's because of where it is on the Tree of Life. In your air placement, okay, you have some light and something being focused on that, you know, it has been revealed to you. And this reading was done a couple days ago, but today is actually the 16th and it's the day of the eclipse, right? The lunar eclipse in Capricorn, full moon, partial lunar eclipse. And then, you know, this coincides with the solar eclipse that we had in Cancer on the 2nd, which was right before the shadow period of the retrograde, Mercury, okay? And so, you know, the sun is talking about vitality, it's talking about life, it's talking about heart, you know, passion, creativity, you know, who you are and who you want to prove yourself to be. This is kind of like standing in your truth for sure, you know what I mean? This is like not standing in your truth, right? That's what you're challenged by, and you want to stand in your truth. Or it's almost like people might be using your weakness because they think that you're able to sort of like be coerced, or to be like led, or to be like stopped somehow, you know? But this is not saying that. You know, the High Priestess definitely has a lot to say. Right, but she might be suppressing something just because the timing isn't right, or maybe there's some reason why something hasn't been announced to the person that is inquiring. Or maybe it's your dreams, right? There might be some focus brought to your dreams for you, you know, because this is the mental area in this spread. This is air, this is communications, right? Are you listening to what your subconscious is communicating to you? Right? It's not going to lead you astray. It's going to have something to do with something. You know what I mean? And then also, it's kind of like, are your feet planted on the ground, or do you have your feet somewhere else? Right? In a place that is sort of like in another reality. Right? What reality are you living in? Are you living in your reality? Or are you living in someone else's reality? Or do you feel like you're not even living in a reality, honey? Okay? Because this is like Neptune and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Neptune, Venus, and Moon. Because, you know, in the Empress, right, which is representative of Venus, the Empress also has the moon at her feet, okay? So this is the connection that they have, because Venus is, you know, number 3 major arcana, but this is also, you know, this is Pisces energy, and Venus is exalted in Pisces, okay? So you guys could be like, you know, some of you guys could be a little bit in denial about something, perhaps, and maybe you're realizing that you were in denial about a relationship, you know, because this is duality being the 2nd major arcana card, and then this is just having to do with, like, commitment, right? Being the 5th house, being committed to yourself and being able to commit to yourself but be committed to other people at the same time. Was that confusing for you? Were you lying to yourself about something? I love my textiles that I have these cards on. Sorry, I just like it. This is your water placement, right? And the devil is representative of Capricorn energy, and it's also representative of Saturn. But it has a connection to a Mercurial card, which is the Lovers, right? So this could be like love gone wrong. This could be like a job deal gone wrong, right? Or this could just be feeling burdened by your attachment to something that you feel like you need or you depend on, right? You know, maybe you have an emotional attachment to money. That's kind of unhealthy. But I mean, who wouldn't have an emotional attachment to money when you've sort of like, you know, you've become accustomed to something. But what you've become accustomed to is like, you know, maybe hurtful to you or damaging to your own psyche, because it's kind of like taking an element of control away from yourself. And here's an 8 here, which is related to the 8th house, and that's an element of control. You know, the 8th house rules Scorpio energy, and that's opposing you, right? And Mercury, right, the Lover's card, Mercury is actually going retrograde in Cancer, which is a sign that opposes Capricorn here, okay? And then here we go, the moon, right? The moon is a watery energy. So when we think about this reading, this style of reading, this spread, you know, that I created, then you're talking about, you know, the moon being, thinking about stuff, connected to this position here, right? Because it's water and the moon represents water. But the Fool is talking about, you know, it's Uranus. It is also, you know, some people would say that it would be Aries energy, right? Because of the optimism, right? And the impulsiveness. It's Uranus, like I said before. But then esoterically, Uranus also rules Libra, right? And when Libra feels balanced, they're at a point of 0. Right? Where they feel good because anything can happen. You're open to opportunity, right? So this is saying that you're going to realize that you need to probably free yourself from an unhealthy attachment, whether that be a person or something that you might have an emotional attachment to that you've become codependent of. This has turned into a reading, but I'm actually just trying to give you a brief overview because I have a real reading on YouTube. And this reading is only going to be, you know, this overview, it's only going to be about 9 minutes, honey. Under 10. You open with the Hermit, right, at the bottom of the deck for you guys. So this is talking about consistencies and going inward, you know, and just trying to explore your own ideas or your own philosophies that are going to bring you to a point of having like a certain understanding that's going to make you feel complete in your need to understand, right, more. Right, and this is also talking about getting to a goal and definitely having some epiphanies too when you're doing that en route to that goal. Exploration, explorative energy, right, within oneself, okay, routinely to try to understand something. This is something that just kind of popped out. I was talking about Venus earlier. So this is also kind of like having the world at your feet, you know what I mean? You can get out there, you can receive things, many different things, because this is multiplicity, you know what I mean? You can do a lot of things with this. It's not like you're just pouring one cup into another. It's like you're pouring one cup into another, that cup is pouring into that cup, and that cup is coming back to you. You can now pour into this cup, and that cup can pour into that cup. You know what I mean? It's like, it circles, it cycles, it's ebb, it's flow, you know. And the 3s are talking about an environment that things can exist in a harmonious way. So maybe you need to just go out and enjoy yourself. This is another side of the reading. Work, finances, money, things that are stable have become destabilized, right? And you're going to get to a point of view. Then this is also a destabilization of something. Mars and Scorpio, focusing on work. Stay focused on work, exercise your power to create quality. It's going to be beneficial for you as well. Think about your motivations. Think about your habits. Are you doing healthy habits? What are you putting into your body? All of that stuff.